Hello, what's up, and welcome to another Granblue Fantasy Relink video. Lately, I have been grinding the game once again, and today I actually finished like all the proud difficulty stages in the game, and I also was able to finally get the last weapon, the terminus weapon for my favorite character Charlotta. So yeah, more videos about this soon, but today I will actually like uh talk about a different topic because I know not everybody is in the same timeline as people who have been grinding like more than 10 hours a day. So this video is specifically for people who are preparing to enter proud difficulty raids, basically people that are preparing for late game. So one of the most important things that you need to prepare is to sigils, right? So knowing what sigils to keep, what sigils not to keep, right? What build for a character, what sigils are not good for a character. Those are character specific, for DPS and all that. So, but I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just gonna give you guys like some sigils that I think new players into proud difficulty might find really useful, since I know a lot of you probably won't know or used to bosses hitting hard, or straight up just not being used to bosses being like in hordes, and oh, suddenly you have to beat three bosses at the same time or something, or literally just not knowing the boss mechanics at all. All right, this is for you guys. So what are the sigils that I would recommend? Not even just for new players coming to proud difficulty, but also players that want to have a much better safety net, right? For late game raids. So this is my build actually that I run right now. As you can see, there's a lot of damage caps, but I'll talk about that later. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about some sigils that I think are very important for late game raids. So let's start off with this one. Okay. So for characters like fairy and stuff, if you're looking to proc Link, if you're in solo matchmaking, nobody has stun power, so you can't proc Link time at all, which makes the runs harder, right? I suggest getting stun power for characters like that. I actually run a lot of stun power on my Charlotta, because usually I'm paired with people that don't have stun power, so we have trouble getting the blue bar triggered, which gives us link. And link is really good. It reduces the cooldowns, right? It gives you a lot of SBA meter, and when you get to 100%, it makes time go slower, and then everybody just goes ham in DPS rate. So this will definitely help out your party, right? If your character is suited to use this. I suggest steering clear of this if you're an IO player, right? Something like that, something that doesn't do a lot of multi attacks and stuff, backliners typically, right? like uh charge backliners. I suggest stay clear of this stuff. But if you're a fairy or a Charlotta, I think you would find this useful, just to help out your party, because that's the important thing about proud difficulty raids is you gotta be able to make the boss flinch by proccing the blue bar. This is one of the fastest ways to do it. It's by having more stun power. Okay, another thing that is very important, since I know a lot of people have been building their characters in Genshin, where people stack their attack power, their crit rate, their crit damage, and I'm wow, I'm gonna do a lot of damage. Wrong, right? Wrong. You need damage cap, right? You need damage cap in order to support your raw damage. So I'm not gonna go too deep into this. Instead, I will like link a video down in the description, a video by Meigi, like explaining like how damage cap works, right? How it can like help you boost your DPS, right? But if you want the TLDR of it, is basically you need to balance out damage cap with your raw damage. That's kind of basically is if you want the TLDR for it. But if you want more detail, go to that video. Alright. And next up is Link Together. I think it's like something that for some reason I don't see like a lot of people run it. And the reason why it's really good is because like Link Together gives you like more link level gain, more chain burst damage, more link attack damage, more like link attack like SBA damage. So like the reason why, right? The reason why this is really good is because like Link triggering Link in this game is one of the best ways to deal a lot of damage straight up, right? Like I know that there's some instances where you can just like brute force it and all that, but like in prob difficulty, right, you're gonna have trouble with that. I think that if you're similar to like to characters that I play, which is Charlotta, I think you need like some levels on this. But if you're in a pre-made party, or if you're not solo queuing, right, and somebody has like a lot of people have like Link Togethers already, then feel free of course to just like go like the min max damage build if you're a DPS player. I highly suggest to have this for the most part, just because of the fact that getting like 100% Link is so good in this game. Cannot stress that enough. Alright, so next up is like supplementary damage. This is like a gacha sigil, right? Like in the video that I that I mentioned earlier, right? There's like damage cap, right? That increases your damage potential. You can get that in like sigil and like weapon and etc., right? But there's also sigils like this, right? Supplementary damage and like war element, right? Like there's another one, right, that makes you be able to do 1,000,000 damage or 1 damage type of thing, right? So sigils like this are really good because they are sources of damage beyond your cap. So yeah, like I'm not gonna go too deep into this, like I said, but yeah, like if you have sigils like this, make sure to use them. So how do you get them is basically like appraisals or like the transmute gacha. So next up is stamina, and I think stamina is like a good way to like increase your damage, because it boosts your attack power at like max HP, and usually you don't want to be at low HP anyway, right? Like you don't want to be in low HP anyway unless you are a character that has a mechanic that benefits from being in low HP, because if you're low HP, you get hit, you die. Like usually bosses will kill you in 2 hits or 1 hit in proud difficulty. So like tyranny is like another way of increasing your damage. It exchanges your health though, so just do know that you need to be a better player, or like know the boss mechanics better, right, if you wanna use those type of sigils. But I think like stamina is gonna be like a safe like damage boost source for anybody that's, you know, like that's still getting hit and stuff, right? Like I know for a fact that you can just go full glass cannon and like, oh, just don't get hit, right? But of course, like before you get to that state, you gotta like get good first, right? You gotta like learn first, and this like having safer options and safety nets and all that will definitely make your experience much smoother. So quick cooldown, yeah, like this sigil is like really good if you're like a character that relies on spells, obviously, right? Like I'm seeing this sigil a lot on like IO players, right? Like if you're somebody that's entire kit revolves around spamming skills, right? Or if you're a support player that where you want like your utility skills to be up all the time, right? This is a really good sigil to keep and like bring into the late game, right? So those sigils are out of the way. These are like either DPS or utility enhancers, like DPS enhancer, damage cap enhancer, right? Like link and all that, right? So next up we have some utility sigils that will be really helpful for you to not fill your run. So potion hoarder, or like wait, like like it feels bad because it doesn't give you any combat stats. It feels bad because it doesn't like make you healthier or deal more damage or have lower cooldown or like better more dodge or whatever, right? But what potion hoarder does though is not only give you more potions. I mean, like, it's in the name. Like, the important part about potion hoarder is giving you more instant revive potions. And the reason why that's really important is because, like there will be situations where people will die over and over again and all that, and you don't want to be the guy that dies one time, then suddenly they die another time, then they suddenly crawl and then mash their mouse button. I don't think that's a good spot to be. It's really good to have safety nets, and having at least one extra res will definitely go a long way in you having a smoother learning learning experience with the boss raids and proud difficulty. So yeah, potion hoarder pretty good, especially right. And you're like, oh, I don't want to get it. It just feels bad. Don't worry. It's not the only way that you can get stuff like that, right? Like if you look at over here, one sec. Let me get my loadout for this one. If you look at my sigils over here, you can see that I have potion hoarder over here at my damage cap. So this is actually one of the best rolls I got. So if you can get potion hoarder as a sub stat for one of the sigils that you need, this is really good. This is really good. So yeah, the reason why I presented it this way just so it highlights the sigil. But yeah, usually you'll get substats like this if you get let's say a damage cap with potion hoarder, right? Maybe you get a crit hit rate with potion hoarder, stuff like that. A tyranny if you use tyranny, you're linked together if it has it, stuff like that. So yeah, it's really nice that you can have sigils with substats, because there are some stuff that you really want not as a main sigil but as a substat for the sigil. All right, going back to the other sigils is auto revive. Oh, auto revive. If you can get this on a sub sigil, or if you don't have, maybe you just get it straight up one of your main sigils, it's fine. The reason why I think you should have this is the same reason why potion hoarder is really good. You just get extra lives so you're not crawling. The run will not fail if or fall apart if you get up immediately when you die, and that's what auto revive does. When you're immediately in critical state, you don't have to mash your mouse or wait for a teammate to save you, right? You immediately continue what you're doing. If you're dealing damage, you're dealing damage. If you're link time, you're doing link time. You're doing SBA, you're doing SBA, right? If you're buffing activities, you're buffing activities. Basically, I have a big emphasis on raids failing due to people refusing to take utility sigils like this, because they often be oh, I just won't get hit, and then they die, and then suddenly they're a liability, because instead of one guy trying to do DPS or proc link or proc the stun to a boss, they would be running towards the dead teammate that only had one instant res, right? I know it's I know people can be good at some point and not need any of this, and I fully understand that. I think it's the most optimal way actually to not go for stuff like this, right? And just legit be good. But you gotta get there first. like I said, you gotta get there first, man, dude. So of course, like obviously, you need to get like your character sigil if it's good, right? If it's really good for your playstyle, especially, you should get the character sigil. You can actually get a sigil that looks like this, where you get like both of the character sigils in one sigil, and the way you get that is the same way. It's like you get that in the transmute sigil. So yeah, like good luck on your gacha, boys. So yeah, like it's really important to have this. If you don't know how to get this, like I can show you in a bit. And like lastly, we have guts. So the reason why guts is good is because I actually think this is like one of the best safety nets. Number one, because it doesn't put you into critical state. And number two, if you're dealing damage, you're continually dealing damage, you just drink like a full health potion, right? Or if like you're channeling something, like you can continue channeling it, right? You get hit, right, while you're channeling and it doesn't have CC, right? Like or like you have like a sigil that makes it so you don't get CC'd. I know there's sigils like that, right? Like this makes it so you get to like hit, you can afford to get hit and like proc a full life potion and then continue whatever you're doing, right? It's really important for, especially for proud raids, to like continue continue like functioning as a party without any downtimes. And this like utility, this like utility sigils are really good for that. Keep the engine running, keep the machine running, and if everybody runs out of like revives after like all those revives, all those auto revives, all those gods have been proc and all that, then like at least you actually downloaded a huge chunk of like the boss before you actually failed the run, right? And then as you get better, you slowly remove this, right? You slowly remove this from your thing and go for a build that like looks more like this, right? And that's like, I think, an ideal transition, right? Ideal transition, I think, right? And like I said, like there's actually no reason to not have him as your sub like sigils as well, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, like before I end the video, let me show you how to get those sigils. All right, so yeah, this video is not about that, but like, you know, might as well share it, right? Like over here, like you will like when you have like bad sigils or sigils that you don't want, you can like go over here in knickknacks and trade sigils, and you can just like sort, right, trade all, right, and trade all this level 4 level 3 sigils that you don't need. You trade them, right, then you get points, and then you roll the gacha, get level 3, you get like, and there's like there's a trans marble which gives you even better stuff. So let me just do this for the sake of drawing purposes. Okay, I get pick 5 and then trans marble. Let's see if we get something good. Oh wait, that's pretty decent. Wait, hold up, what? I mean, it's not the awakening one though, but that's pretty decent actually. But yeah, you see, right, like you can get good stuff done. I actually didn't expect to get it in a video. Let me see what that is again. Holy Knight, it's actually my character too now. All right, so hopefully you have like the same amount of luck as me in that role, in the appraisals as well, because like my supplementary damage actually came from that. And yeah, like that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to watch me like do my pride like raid like runs with my community, with my chat, right, like tune in to my Twitch channel. I go live at least 6 times a week. I'm gonna be min-maxing my Charlotta on stream, and I will also help out viewers with quests that they're having trouble with like the proud unlock. I got you covered, right? Like having trouble with like the double dragon sprout, got you covered. Like my community can help you out if you're having trouble with the getting the weapon. I actually like help like people get like at least like one weapon. Like some didn't run a lot, so they didn't get any, but like most people that run a lot like got at least one weapon. We got like 16 straight 16 total weapons on today's stream. So yeah, if you guys want to be part of it, tune into my Twitch. And yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Hope you guys like enjoyed the video, and I'ma see you guys on the next one. Hope you guys enjoy Granblue Relink Fantasy as well. Bye bye.